Players may think that they've become the perfect adventurers, but this has only turned them into trophies for the deadliest hunter in the galaxy. This week's monster gives no quarry, hunts for the thrill, and is practically invisible. The only thing your heroes have going for it is knowing one thing.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Get ready to face the Predator in this week's episode of Pop D&D. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Pop D&D, the show where I teach you to take your favorite pop culture characters and turn them into Dungeons & Dragons adventurers. This week we're continuing with our monster series for October, and we're building creations for the Dungeon Master to run against their players. This time, instead of using a creature from another plane, we're using one from another planet. We're going with the Predator. Originally appearing in the 1987 film Predator, the titular monster is part of an alien species known as the Yautja. Though technologically advanced, their entire culture is built upon ritualistic hunting. Young Yautja will often be sent out for their first kill as a path to adulthood. Now, because the Predator is a hunter by nature, we're going to give it a lot of characteristics similar to a ranger. We're going to go ahead and give the Predator its strongest attributes under strength, dexterity, and intelligence. We're also going to give it saving throws in these abilities, which will all match up because its skill sets are all going to be in athletics, acrobatics, perception, intimidation, nature, stealth, and survival. Go ahead and set Constitution and Intelligence at 23 and 21 respectively, and we're going to go ahead and give it a lowest score of 19 for Charisma. This makes sense because the Predator is
one ugly motherfucker.
Now, when it comes to fighting against the Predator, it's not going to be an easy feat to do. We're going to go ahead and give it 181 hit points and set its armor class of 21. Now, that's so long as it's wearing all of its armor. Otherwise, it has a natural armor of 18. The Predator will also have a resistance against slashing and piercing damage and be immune to charmed, frightened, and poisoned. Now, when it came to the Predator's attacks, I wanted to give it its most iconic weapons. Its twin blades and the plasma cannon. Both are going to be +6 to attack. The blades are going to deal 3d6 slashing damage, and the cannon is going to deal 35 fire damage. Don't forget that the Predator is incredibly fast, so it's going to have a move and climb speed of 40 feet per turn. So we've gone ahead and we've essentially built the Predator, but how would you as the Dungeon Master run this scenario? You've got to find your adventurers in some situation where they can be hunted. And I figured that the perfect place to use this was in one of the new adventures, the Tomb of Annihilation. In Tomb of Annihilation, players find themselves in the island peninsula of Chult. It's a huge jungle setting where the players can find themselves lost in all sorts of different situations while looking for the Temple of Umu. While hunting for Umu, they themselves are being hunted by the Predator, which has gone out in search of new quarry and greater trophies. If the players are able to detect that they are being hunted, you can put them in a situation where they can set up traps to try and defeat the monster, where they have to face off against it. But remember, this is going to be a difficult challenge. In fact, we're going to set this at a challenge rating of 14. This means that for every 4 players you have, each of them should be about level 10. The Predator knows that its best bet is to pick off the players one by one. Just like with Slenderman, it's going to try and separate the player characters. And if it can't do that, it will go ahead and engage them from a hidden spot. But when it comes to engagement, it's going to target the strongest characters first. The creature will be able to determine who the strongest characters are generally by looking at them. Which ones look like a fighter, which ones look like a cleric. It will generally save the wizards and other spellcasting classes for last, because it won't kill you if you're unarmed.
No!
Run!
Get to the chopper!
Now, should the players be able to fight and defeat the Predator in combat, this gives us a chance to use one of the more iconic moments from the Predator film. I'm talking about the explosive end. If the Predator is reduced to less than 5 hit points but not dropped to 0, it will set off an explosive device. All creatures within a 75-foot range must make a DC 19 dexterity save. If they don't, they're going to take 66 fire damage. All creatures that save are only going to take half. So that's it. We've got the Predator all set up and ready to go. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment down below letting me know who you think our third and final villain will be for our Monsters series in October. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Until then, Roll initiative, you son of a bitch.